Hi YouTube, I'm starting a series where I break down my monthly budget for the month to let you guys see what I'm spending on, and also as a means to be more accountable in my spending. So backstory, I've been tracking my finances consistently for the past 2 years now, and this habit has single-handedly helped me with my monthly budgeting. When I track my expenses, it gives me an overview of what I'm spending and what I usually don't pay attention to. For example, I was previously paying for Netflix subscription at $14 per month. Technically, it's not that much money, but the problem is that I do not even watch Netflix. Over the past 2 years, I can count how many dramas or serials I've watched. 2. I can remember their Squid Game and Alice in Borderland. So when you actually go through your statements and diligently put down every single transaction, you will see a trend. Whatever that you're spending on now, you can make a choice whether you want to stop it or continue. The way I do it is very simple. I've been using this app called Spendy. You can easily find it on the App Store, but you can use whatever app that you like and choose on the App Store. I have experimented with many and I found that this app is one of the simplest and most straightforward to use. It can easily allow you to classify your spending into different categories, and most importantly, this app is free to use. All the features that you get for free are good enough. That's unlike the other apps which will constantly prompt you to buy the premium version. So Spendy actually offers everything for free. I am not sponsored by them. I just think they're doing an amazing job and I just want to give them a shout out so more people can use them. Personally, when it comes to tracking your spending or forming any habits in general, starting is always the hardest. So it is important to get something that you will use consistently to build that habit. I've tried budgeting and tracking templates, which seems nice with all their features and graphs and charts, but when I got down to using them, they were so time consuming and hassling to learn that I just gave up. So personally, just an app on your phone is the simplest. Every time you pay for something, just record it down and transfer it to an Excel sheet at the end of the month. You can even set up recurring payments so you do not have to input these payments every single month, like your payments to your parents for allowance or digital subscription charges. For 2023, I spent about $11,700 and for 2024 about $16,700. Note that this does not include travel spending. The cost of travel for 2024 was around $6,000 inclusive of tickets, foods, accommodations and all spending. I didn't track my expenses in 2023 because I believe that we shouldn't restrict travel money, but that girl math wasn't doing me any good, because I realized a lot of my money within the year is actually dedicated to travel. As you can see, travel accounted for almost 1/3 of my yearly spending, and I only realized after tracking it. It is normal to spend more year on year. We go to fancier places with friends, give more expensive gifts, and even pay for more bills and utilities as responsibility increases. Hence, this is also a great way to see if you're actually responsibly increasing your spending or succumbing to lifestyle inflation, which many people do. I try my best to keep my personal spending to a minimum. Unless I am with friends or family, then I will splurge a little bit more. With all the past data that I've collected about myself, I now know that my monthly spending is about $1,002 to about $1,500 a month. So I will keep my best to keep within that budget for the month itself. So with that out of the way, let's break down the start of this series with the breakdown of January 2025. For January, unfortunately, I already blew my budget by spending a total of $2,421. The largest purchase was actually my Invisalign down payment. So I visited the dentist to get my teeth straightened. The whole cost of the treatment is estimated to be about $7,000 and paid across 1 year. The initial upfront cost is a little bit higher. The first payment was about $872. I will share more about my journey afterwards, but this is something that I've been wanting to do for the longest time, but I'm hesitant because of the high cost. But I finally took that step and fixed what was bothering me, which was my teeth. Furthermore, the cost for this month was also higher than expected because of the multiple birthday celebrations that I had for this month. As you can see, gifts and celebrations made up the majority of my spending at about $340. And this number will progressively drop over the year and will slowly pick back up again once approaching the start of the year. With tracking your expenses, you kinda know when and where you will spend more of your money within a year. Somehow most of my celebrations coincide with festive periods, meaning it's usually at the start of the year or at the end of the year. Food and drinks at $330 for this month. This amount is pretty decent and consistent with the past months. This is where I eat out with others. Typically, this will range anywhere from about $250 to $400, which is well within my budget. Transportation cost is next at around $150. Aside from the bus and MRT rides that I take to work, I do have access to the family car, which I will pay the cash card spending for, as well as the occasional Grab and taxi rides. Entertainment for this month is pretty low as I was pretty busy with work. We did a short art coaster making class at this new art jamming studio called Yifang Art Studio. It was a fun experience and the owners were really nice people. Do check them out over at Chinatown. Next, we move on to fixed expenses. Parents' allowance, currently I give about $300 to them for household expenses. There's also my gym membership, iCloud, Spotify subscription, and taxes. This in turn amounted to a total of about $424. Insurance is another big component. Even though I don't pay my insurance on a monthly basis, instead I do it yearly, but I still do account for it as part of my sinking fund strategy, where I save up monthly for an expense that I pay on a yearly basis. Do check out this video, which I will link down below, which I go through what is a sinking fund. For income, currently I only have my day job, which I cannot fully disclose my exact salary as I do not want to get in trouble with my company. But I can just give you a rough ballpark estimate after taxes and money that I've got from trading options. My income was about $3,400. I am working towards the goal of getting monetized as well, so this can be another form of side income. So I would love if you could join me on this journey and watch me grow. I am in no means any expert in the personal finance or YouTube space, but it would be lovely to walk this journey and learn with you guys. So please help support this channel by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Do drop me a DM on TikTok or Instagram and I can help to answer any questions over there as well. But aside from that, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a comment supporting this channel and I'll catch you in the next one.